Hey estilistas, ¿cómo están? Nos encontramos en la Academia de Alfaparf Milano Professional México, justo en la Ciudad de México, y nos encontramos junto a una gran profesional que viene desde Inglaterra, que es Vivica Davies. Es correcto, ¿verdad? Y bueno, vamos a platicar un poquito con ella porque desde el día de hoy y toda la semana va a realizar un workshop muy interesante para 20 privilegiados estilistas que son clientes de Alfaparf y que van a venir a tomar este workshop. Bienvenida, muchas gracias por estar en estos momentos con nosotros. Bueno, hemos leído el programa que se va a llevar a cabo dentro de esta semana y nos parece que todo va extremadamente enfocado a la colorimetría. ¿Consideras que después de tomar los clientes este curso llegarán a un siguiente nivel de educación en colorimetría justamente?
Well, I really hope so. That's the objective. I think that in the salon, there's so many different skills that we bring to the work that we do with our clients. There is the really technical aspect, and then there's also the idea of beauty as a concept, but also the idea that we have a relationship of trust with our clients. And the idea behind the program is to try to elevate all of those aspects. It's to look at how can we work with the client to get them to trust us as professionals, not just to elevate the fact that they have a beautiful hair color, but also to teach them how do they care for their hair, how do they optimize the way that their hair looks in between the visits to the salon. And then inside the salon service, it's about understanding how to advise a client about the best way to achieve the look that they want, whether or not the look that they want is something that really suits them as a person, if that thing will work on their own hair, and then how to create it. And the other thing that we must really recognize is that as professional stylists, the tools that are largely given to us in order to operate products like color, we like to think that they're quite simple, that we can make this thing easy, but actually the world of color is really wide. There's a lot of different results we can achieve, and we need to know a lot of things to perfect that. And one of the things that I hope that this course brings to all of the stylists is confidence that when they make the choices, they make really good choices and that they are certain that they're going to get a fantastic color result for them and for their client.
Qué interesante, muchas gracias. Y justo este programa vi que analizan y profundizan en lo que es la química del color. Es decir, no se va a basar en solo visualmente cómo aplicas la coloración, sino se adentran más allá en las formulaciones de, lógicamente, las coloraciones de Alfaparf. ¿Por qué un estilista debe correctamente utilizar esas formulaciones?
That's a great question. The visual technique is the material you have to build a look. Understanding where to place the color in the hair is how I build an effect. But the other part of that effect is making sure that I know the best tool for the job. How do I create that much lightness in the hair? How do I manage that darkness in the hair? How can I manage the individual intensities and vibrancies of specific colors? Which colors work well together? And understanding how color is built helps us to choose not only the right formula, okay, which color do I put on the hair, but also the correct product that you choose, which will help to create a better result and something that is more long-lasting at home, which again, it really helps to increase the client experience. And I have this very strong belief that in this industry, we really must center around the client experience. A lot of the time we consider ourselves just to be creative professionals, but actually we're providing a service, and understanding how to use all the products in the correct way, make the best choices with the products, helps us to create a really high level and luxury experience for our clients, and they go home satisfied and they remain satisfied until they're ready to return to the salon.
Gracias. Justamente hablando de la experiencia que traen los clientes y a los cuales te estás dirigiendo, ellos constantemente realizan decoloraciones y cubrimiento de canas, ¿no? Y lógicamente utilizan los productos de Alfaparf. Tú específicamente para estos dos temas de coloración y cubrimiento de canas, ¿van a tener algunas especificaciones como cómo cuidar el cabello sin dañarlo?
Tricky, because to me, bleaching and grey coverage, these are examples of services that don't really have a relationship to each other. I need to have different considerations in each situation, but everything for sure starts with a really good consultation and diagnosis of the hair. The conversations that I have with the client before I begin the service are really important to understand what is the client expectation. In grey coverage, those conversations are often more simple. In bleaching, that thing can be really complex because we have more limitations from the hair itself. Grey coverage, we're working on natural hair, we're working with colour that is designed to be applied to natural hair. We can really guarantee a result. If we understand the desire of the client, we have the tools to achieve that thing. With bleaching, particularly in modern hairdressing, we have this quite negative influence, which is social media. Social media has created in the mind of the consumer the idea that everything is possible. And sometimes we need to understand a bit more about the fabric of the client's hair. It's not a question of, can I do this? Most often, I can physically do it, but is it the right choice for your hair? Does the condition of your hair allow me to achieve a really beautiful result that you can maintain over time? Do you understand the amount of time this is going to take? Do you understand the amount of maintenance you're going to need to do at home? And I think that in any service, we have to build a dialogue with the client to understand that what we do in the salon is maybe 5% of what happens to hair in a year. What happens at home is 95% of what happens to hair in a year. So we can spend our time in the salon understanding the hair fibre, the desired look, and to make all the best choices with the correct products and the correct procedures to do whatever colour you want in a really safe and professional manner. But also, the things that you do at home really contribute to the success of that over time, particularly when we're looking at maintaining vibrant tones, which is still something that happens inside grey coverage, but also in the bleaching area, maintaining the tone, maintaining the condition of the hair over time. All of that stuff happens as a partnership between the client and the professional.
Sí, muy cierto lo que dices, que son pues un equipo, ¿no?
Exactly.
Ahora, el programa también incluye explicar la coloración de rojos vibrantes o provocativos y también rubios brillantes. ¿Consideras que estos dos tonos ahora se van a poner de moda para los próximos meses?
I love this type of question because, in short, I don't believe in seasonal trends for hair. I believe that when we look at the topics that we cover in Master Colorist, one of the reasons that we focus on reds as a topic is reds is a really wide range of colours. It encompasses the world of copper, the world of red, the world of violet. And within that, you have all different kinds of vibrancies to manage. It's a huge array of colours that you can achieve. And the same thing goes for blondes. In the world of blonding, you have different lightnesses and darknesses of blondes. You have full head blonde, you have partial blonding effects, you have all kinds of warm and cool and creative tones. And the thing that's really particularly interesting about these two topics, it's not so much based in seasonal trends. It's about exploring the psychology of the consumer experience of those colours. You know, is this somebody that really wants to make a statement with their hair and have something that is really head-turning where everybody in the street notices it? Or is this somebody that's more conservative and wants something that's, you know, more classic and beautiful, but is a quieter look? And that because these two types of colour offer so many different opportunities for different results, is how can I manage the consultation and also the formulation to create every different type of effect according to what makes my client feel the most themselves.
Muy interesante, muchísimas gracias. Y pues ya para terminar, Vivica, a ti como mentora, ¿qué te gustaría que tus alumnos, después de esta semana que van a trabajar, apliquen y se sientan empoderados al trabajar de nuevo en sus salones de belleza?
I want them to have a lot of different things when they walk out of the room at the end of the week. I want them to have a renewed passion for colouring hair. The reality is that working in a salon is really hard work. It's not glamorous. It is a lot of work. It's really long days. It can be really stressful. And sometimes, particularly the more experienced hairdressers that have the same clients visiting again and again, they lose their passion because the work feels repetitive and hard. And I want them to have new eyes for colour, new things to think about, so that they feel more inspired and that their days feel more creative and more exciting. I hope that for everybody that takes this class, they walk away with some piece of information that elevates what they can achieve in the salon. Now that I know that, I can achieve a better result. And yeah, that they can all go back and say, I do work that I'm really proud of.
Qué bonito. Muchísimas gracias. Estoy segura que los vas a inspirar mucho para que ellos también inspiren en sus propios negocios. Te agradezco mucho y si quieres decir algunas palabras de despedida para nuestros seguidores.
Oh, yeah. It's just such a privilege to do the thing that I do and to be able to move around from country to country and meet stylists from all different cultures that have these different experiences. When people come to class, one of the expectations is that I will enrich their practice in the salon. That's why they come to class. But the other thing for me is how much they enrich my perspective about what we do with product, the information that we need to share to help to elevate their experience in the salon, creatively, professionally, and with the products. So I feel like this is a thing that nourishes me as much as it nourishes them.
Ay, qué bueno. Muchísimas gracias, Vivica. Bienvenida y que todo sea éxito esta semana.
Thank you very much.
Hasta pronto, muchísimas gracias.